I wasn't. You're not born as a finished product. It's all about development.
That's right.
So if
Oh, you're not born as a finished product. It's all about development. You know what the problem is? Some people don't want to develop. They gave it to me while it was failing because what did he say? It seems like they only give it to black people when it's failing. They're only giving it to me because I'm black and it's failing. Listen to what this guy said. He's up for the it's a different mentality. How can I put it? He brushes off a lot of the victim mentality that a lot of people have. You know, a lot of people have a victim mentality. Oh, it's because I'm black. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's a deal. But he just brushes it off. This guy is amazing. He just brushes it off. Like I think African parents are just different, man. If you're an African parent, I think most times your kid will be okay. I think so. I love this interview so much. Like I was playing this interview in the background while I was working, and I love this interview so much.
It often seems like they want to put black people in these CEO positions when the company is like messed up, right?
Listen to that question. Listen to that question. It's such a victim mentality question. Watch how he answers it. And this is the difference between people. Breakfast Club mentality is, oh, I'm a victim, I'm this and I'm that, and I'm this and I'm that. But watch the way Damola answers this, man. Proper gangster.
So why did you want this job, especially at the time Red Lobster was going through bankruptcy?
so I did the work before. Look, I'm an ambitious person, and I'm young for the position. I had a lot of success at Chang's, but even that, when I took over, was not looking good. Right. So it's not easy, but it's doable. And why not? Why not try to see if we can get this done?
How do you know when the back?
It's not easy, but it's doable. Why not see if we can get this done? That's a champion mentality. That's a champion mentality. Other people would sit there and go, oh, yeah, they gave it to me while it was failing because what did he say? It seems like they only give it to black people when it's failing. They're only giving it to me because I'm black and it's failing. Listen to what this guy said. He's up for the. It's a different mentality. It's a different mentality, completely different mentality.
Man, I'm so impressed by you because I mean, number one, you're young, you're 36, you're from Nigeria. I'm just wondering, like, what are the challenges? Being so young as a CEO, do people take you as serious as they should in the business that you're in?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, I
Here we
think
go. More talk about challenges, more talk about obstacles, more talk about, it's more victim mentality. But watch the way Damola answers this. Damola just, he just eats this, man. I swear to God, if you're raised by two African parents and both of them are extremely academic and have important jobs, man, you come out perfectly fine, man. Perfectly fine in the sense of the mentality, the ambition, the need to survive is a bit different. There is no victim mentality here. You know, there's absolutely no victim mentality here. This interview here with Damola it shows you the difference in the way people think. It shows you the difference in victim mentality that people have.
you know the best thing you can do to accrue the respect you want is to just be a person worthy of respect, right? Like if you behave the right, if you develop yourself a certain way and you behave the right way and you're a serious person and that's obvious, they will respect you. It's natural. People know, right? If they meet you and they don't feel subconsciously like you're a person deserving of respect, they won't give it to you, especially if you're young. But
And black.
yeah, sure. But you can overcome.
See another here. You're see what I mean. See what I mean. You have to get rid of mentality. There's two black men here talking. One is constantly reminding. One is constantly doing the "I'm black, I'm a victim." There's two black men here talking. One has a victim mindset. One points to race as an excuse, and then you have Damola on the side who just doesn't care, bro. Damola doesn't care about none of that. Damola doesn't care about race, DEI hires. He doesn't care about any of that. Just watch the way this guy talks. It's so refreshing.
Will respect you.
Mm-hmm.
It's natural. People know, right? If they meet you and they don't feel subconsciously like you're a person deserving of respect, they won't give it to you, especially if you're young.
Mm-hmm.
But
And black.
yeah, sure.
Mhm.
But you can overcome all that just by being a person that's clearly worthy of respect. And then that goes out the window. Like I don't have issues. If I sit down with somebody for 30 minutes, they don't leave feeling like he's not serious, or he doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's not intelligent, or he can't communicate. At the end of it, they're fine. So yeah, maybe before, but you talk to somebody, they know, people know, they understand, right? And so they don't
No said ask about me, man. I'm like ask about me.
Well, it's just I wasn't. You're not born as a finished product. It's all about development.
That's right.
So if
You're not born as a finished product. It's all about development. You know what the problem is? Some people don't want to develop.
if you work, like I said they made me join the speech and debate team in high school.
You're that guy.
I
You've
can
been
speak
that guy.
really well now, but that's been a work in process, right? I played football growing up through high school, college. Yeah, it makes you strong physically. But you know what it does? It makes you strong mentally.
Discipline.
You got to wake up 6 a.m. every day. You got to go train. So you learn things, right? And that becomes part of your character. The emotional discipline, that's important too. And you learn that. So if you spend your life building these skills, you will become a person that has these skills. And that is what people
If you spend your life developing the skills,
respect.
How has
Right.
the weaponization of DEI impacted you, if at all?
more victim questions, more DEI questions, more victim mentality questions, and Damola just eats these questions up. I love this guy.
People say, "Oh, he's a DEI hire."
No, I've just been so successful throughout my life. I don't get that.
All right.
Yes, brother.
I mean, you could take, for me, it goes back to early. I aim to excel at everything I do. And
I aim to excel at everything I do.
there's very little evidence of me not excelling at anything.
There's very little evidence of me not excelling at anything. No victim mentality, no victim mindset, none of that. God.
That I've tried to do.
Ooh, shit.
From football
That's
to
right.
Brown to,
Word.
for me, it goes back to early.
Listen to this.
I aim to excel at everything I do. And there's very little evidence of me not excelling at anything that I've tried to do.
Ooh, shit.
From football
That's
to
right.
Brown to
Word.
Goldman
Man
to
said, "I'm
TPG to Harvard to Paulson. Like
Self-taught,
there's no real L's on the on. Not to say I won't fail at anything. And I have failed at plenty.
That's
But
right. Let's go talk to them coaches.
well,
Not saying I won't fail at anything. I have failed. Ownership. Yo, I love this guy, man. I love this guy. This guy is. I love this guy, man.
but and I'm not saying that to brag, but I'm just saying you can build a habit of excellence, and that's how you'll be viewed, right? And so
Build a habit of excellence.
and I think anybody can achieve. You just have to build these habits,
Yeah.
right? So it's really more motivation to people who are listening.
Was you coming
It's the habits.
from Nigeria? You said your dad was a neurologist. I read your mom was a pharmacist.
Yeah.
Were they upset you didn't stay in like that field in some way, shape, or form? Like,
My parents were always just like, whatever you do, just be the best at it. That's all they ever cared about. When we got to America, we lived in Springfield, Illinois, and I remember we went to go get a haircut, and the barber's name was Fresh the barber, and Fresh was driving an S-Class Benz, even though it was a barber. In Nigeria, that's unheard of, right? A barber driving a Benz. But my dad's point when we saw that was, in America, if you're the best at whatever you do, whatever it is, you can do really well. You can have a nice life. You can build something for yourself. So they were just like, you choose whatever you want, but aim to be the best at it, right? Which I think is good advice, because people
Yeah.
have different interests. Not everybody's going to care about finance. Not everybody's good enough at math to do that.
I think it's important because even like in the UK, there are people that come here from abroad, and they see the UK as opportunity. People go to America from abroad and see America as opportunity. But then you speak to people that are from America, and a lot of them, they don't see the opportunity that the foreigner sees. Even in the UK, a lot of British people don't see the opportunities that foreigners see.
but you might be good at something else. You know, whether you might start a podcast. Maybe you're very good at interviewing people. You're a very good speaker. You might find some other interest, music or whatever, right? But whatever you do, if you build a mentality that my goal is to be the best at it, then you're gonna do all right.
Go watch the interview, man. Go watch the interview. I love this guy, man. I love this guy. I didn't know who he was until I watched this interview. And I wasn't even watching this interview. It was just playing in the background while I was doing work. But not an ounce of victim mentality. Not an ounce of victim mentality. Not an ounce of it's everybody else's fault. Not an ounce of I'm being treated unfairly. Not an ounce of that. This guy is just pure. I love it, man. I could listen to this guy talk all day, bro. I could listen to people ask him stupid questions like about DI hires or about, it's being unfair because of your skin color. I could watch him talk all day and just respond to those questions all day. I love this guy.